On the 4th day of August, a space opens. It is a quiet moment, a brief stillness in the river of time, where a single minute of presence can change the very ground on which you walk. Most people will not notice. Their day will feel as any other day, but a few, perhaps 1 in 100, feel a pull from within on this day. A quiet call, as if the whole of life is whispering, "Here is the opening." You did not arrive at this teaching by chance. You were led here to listen. Because on this 4th day, the energy that flows through and around you becomes receptive. Your words find deeper soil. Your thoughts resonate more clearly. And if you understand how to align with this flow, 60 seconds is all that is required to shift your path. From your abundance to your connections, from your inner noise to your profound purpose. This is not about motivation. It is not another set of instructions for the mind. This is about sacred rhythm. And the 1-minute practice you are about to learn finds its power only in what this 4th day represents. You see, it is not merely a date. It is a threshold, a quiet closing before a great opening. The month of August carries the energy some call the Lion's Gate, a time known in ancient traditions as a powerful window for returning to our true nature. But that larger gate cannot be entered with ease unless you first cross this quiet threshold with awareness. This crossing happens on the 4th of August. Most are unaware of this. It is not marked on worldly calendars. It is not taught in common schools. But those who study the flow of life, who listen to the breath of time, know this to be one of the most overlooked moments of power in the year's cycle, and it asks for only 1 minute of your life to be acknowledged. In this teaching, you will learn a 1-minute practice of spoken intention. It is simple, but do not be misled by its simplicity. The words are merely vessels. The true power is in your presence, which reaches into the silent source of all things and signals a new beginning. This is not wishful thinking. Wisdom has always taught that your inner state can change the body in 60 seconds. Your heart's rhythm, the patterns in your mind, the deep sea of your nervous system, all respond. And when this inner shift occurs during a naturally receptive moment such as this, the path clears more quickly than you believe possible. You will also learn what to observe after your practice. Some feel an immediate sense of lightness. Others report strange echoes in their lives, a message from a forgotten friend, or a sudden choice that arrives not from thought, but from a place of deep knowing. We will speak of this. But the practice is not enough. You must also learn how not to undo your own alignment. That is why we will touch upon the most common traps of the mind during such practices and how to walk around them. For just as a door can be opened, it can also be gently closed by a restless mind. We will also explore how to protect this new stillness for the rest of the day. The shift does not end when the minute is over. It only begins. And you must know how to tend to this new space within you, so its gifts remain long after the practice is done. If you remain present with this teaching until its end, you will leave with a clear, simple path. A way to speak to life when it is most ready to listen. You will learn a quiet method, one that is rarely spoken of, and you will understand why a single minute on this day holds more potential than many hours of struggle on another. This is for those who are ready, those who feel the deeper call beneath the surface of things, those who know that life is not a series of random events, but a sacred unfolding. You are about to touch something quiet and true, not with drama, but with stillness. Welcome. Every teaching shared here is offered in harmony with a deeper rhythm. If you feel this stillness resonate, you are invited to stay, so you never miss these offerings. Because when the moment of stillness arrives, only those who are prepared can receive its full depth. And now, this is your moment. August 4th is not a mark on a line. It is a point of turning. It holds a specific quality of stillness, one that signifies a powerful completion and the quiet preparation for what is to come. In my tradition, the number 4 represents foundation, structure, the solid earth beneath our feet. It is a gateway, a point of reset, a moment to check our footing before we cross into new land. This day holds this power, An ending is never just about closure. It is always about choice. The 4th of August becomes your sacred opportunity to either carry what is old into the next chapter or to set it down and walk on, unburdened. Most people, without awareness, drag their old stones with them, their regrets, their doubts, their well-worn patterns, into a new cycle. But this day offers you a pause, a gap in the flow where you can stop. It is also deeply connected to what follows. August brings the great opening, which culminates on the 8th day. Many know the power of 898, but few realize the path to it begins in these quiet, early days. And August 4th is the key that turns in the first lock. If you step through this initial gate with presence, the great opening does not just pass you by. You use its current to lift every part of your journey. Imagine this day as life itself, asking you one simple question. Are you ready to let go of the weight that no longer serves you? This question is not asked in words. It is asked through the feelings, thoughts, and encounters that arise. You may feel a stirring. You may notice old habits calling for your attention, or you may feel an inexplicable pull to do something new, something your mind cannot explain. This is not chance. It is the shifting of inner ground. There is also a deeper current moving through us all. Every turning point in time is not yours alone. It echoes through all who are attuned. This means you are not the only one feeling this shift. All around the world, others are quietly stepping into this same reflection, this same choice. And when many do this together, the field of change is amplified. You become a part of something much larger than your single self. Numerology recognizes the number 4 as foundation. This tells us that this day is a chance to pour a new foundation for the house you will build in August. If your foundation is still made of fear, lack, or confusion, the structure you build will not stand firm. But if you use this day to reset, even for a moment, you create the space for a new reality to be born. A reality of clarity, of grace, of effortless forward movement. And all that is required is presence. One honest minute where you align your inner posture and speak from that stillness. That is where it begins. 1 minute may not feel like much, but the truth is, your entire inner world can be reoriented in just 60 seconds. That is all it takes. In that small window of time, the body, mind, and spirit will respond if you know how to be still. This is not simply a spiritual idea. The body's wisdom confirms it. Ancient healing arts and modern observations show that our inner state can shift dramatically in a single minute of focused awareness. When you enter a state of calm presence, even briefly, your heart's rhythm slows, your breath finds its natural depth, and the restless patterns of the mind begin to settle. The signals of stress quiet down. The body's inner seas return to a balanced rhythm, and in that space, something profound happens. You become coherent. This coherence is like a clear, steady signal you send out into the world. A stable, harmonious presence that draws back to you that which matches it. 1 minute of true inner coherence can create a more powerful ripple than hours of scattered doing. The field of life, which flows through and connects all things, does not respond to effort. It responds to the quality of your being. When your thoughts, your heart, and your body align, even for a moment, it sends a clear signal. That signal, once sent, begins to rearrange the path before you. You may not see it right away, but the adjustment begins immediately. You have likely felt this in your own life. A single moment where you paused, took a deep breath, and felt something inside you settle. That was not random. That was your inner world adjusting to your state of awareness. The power is not in the words you say. It is in the silence from which they are born. 1 minute of aligned presence carries more weight than an entire day of unconscious striving. This is why practices of prayer, meditation, or spoken intention are so effective in moments of stillness. When you still the body and center your awareness, your inner world becomes like a calm lake. It reflects perfectly the sky above. And in 1 minute, that lake can be cleared, stilled, and turned towards a new reflection. The process is silent, but its effects are deep. Your body does not need hours to understand safety or alignment. Your cells respond instantly to your inner signals. The heart especially is central to this practice. It generates an energetic field stronger than any other part of the body. When it beats with a coherent rhythm, it creates harmony with the mind. This harmony sends a wave of calm through your entire being, allowing for healing, for clarity, and for a new path to reveal itself. This is why one focused minute, practiced with awareness and intention, can reset everything. It is like placing your hand on the wheel and saying, "I choose a new direction." You halt the momentum of fear or stress. You send a new, quiet instruction to the deeper parts of yourself, and the flow of life responds. Not because you are loud or demanding, but because you are clear. The moment you enter that stillness, the shift begins. There is a simple way to practice with the energy of August 4th. It does not require hours of ceremony, but it does demand your full presence. This practice works because of its simplicity and its depth. When done with sincerity, it sends a clear signal into the very fabric of your life that a new beginning has been chosen and that you are ready for it. Begin by finding a quiet space, somewhere you will not be disturbed. Silence is important, even if it is only for 1 minute. That stillness creates a clear vessel for the practice. Turn away from your devices. Step away from your distractions. Allow your body to settle. Take a few deep, slow breaths. Allow everything to slow down. You do not need to force anything. Simply become still and aware of your own presence. Once you feel this stillness, you will begin the spoken part of the practice. Say the following phrase out loud, with gentleness and clarity. I open the sacred space of this day with trust and with power. Speak it as if you are speaking to the earth beneath you. Do not rush. Feel the words as they leave your body. Each sound is a vibration, and that vibration interacts with your own inner field and the space around you. Allow the sound to ripple outwards into the silence. Now, begin to imagine a warm, gentle light filling your entire body. See it in your mind's eye. Feel it in the center of your chest. Imagine it starting at the crown of your head and slowly moving downwards, spreading warmth and clarity. This light represents your own pure awareness, wisdom, and inner support. Let it flow through every part of you. Allow it to move into the places where doubt or fear once lived. You do not need to push it. Simply allow it to be. Let this inner light do its work. As this light flows through you, feel any tension begin to release. Any old fear, any lingering regret, any weight you have been carrying, let it dissolve. Let it fall away from you like an old coat. You are not the person who carried that weight. You are stepping into something new, lighter, freer, more in alignment with who you truly are. Remain in that feeling. Let the gentle light fill every part of your being. Then, when you feel complete, speak the second phrase. It is done. The path forward is clear. This is the moment of acknowledgement. It is a declaration to your own heart and to life itself. You are not asking, you are confirming. This phrase seals the practice. Say it once, speak it with quiet confidence, then let it rest. Allow the silence that follows to hold it. This entire process may take less than a minute, but what it shifts within you is not measured by time. You will feel it immediately. Something subtle, yet definite. A quiet knowing that something has moved, that something is now different. The practice is complete. The threshold has been crossed. Your path begins to rearrange itself accordingly. Once the practice is complete, you may begin to notice subtle shifts almost immediately. It often begins with a quiet lightness in your body. A gentle feeling, as if a weight you did not know you were carrying has been lifted. Your breath may feel deeper, your chest more open. It is as if space has been cleared within you. Although the world around you is unchanged, some describe a sense of calm rushing in. Not a rush that is overwhelming, but a soft wave of peace that settles over you. A quiet smile may appear on your face for no reason. A shift in your emotional landscape. Things that felt tense or heavy only hours before now seem softer, more distant. You may also notice your thoughts begin to slow. The usual chatter of the mind becomes quieter. That quiet is not empty. It is alignment. With this peace often comes clarity. Decisions that felt complex may now seem simple. You might just know, without thinking, what the next right step is. This clarity does not shout, it whispers. But its voice is steady. It feels like a piece of a puzzle has just fallen into place. You did not find it, it found you, because you made room for it. As the hours of the day unfold, pay gentle attention to what appears. The path often speaks back in echoes. You may see a number that repeats. You may overhear a word you needed to hear. A line from a song may catch your attention. These are not accidents. They are confirmations. Life communicates in subtle ways. And once your inner field is tuned, you begin to notice these echoes more clearly. You might receive a message from someone you were just thinking about. Or someone from a past chapter of your life may suddenly reappear. These events are not a coincidence. They are part of the rearrangement that begins when you choose a new path. Some of the shifts will be entirely within you. You may notice you are no longer triggered by things that bothered you yesterday. You may find more patience in your voice, more softness in your responses. That is because the quality of your inner space has changed, and as your inner state rises, your experience of the outer world begins to shift with it. Not all signs will be loud. Some will be so small, they are easy to miss. A sudden desire to go to a new place, an urge to say no to something that once felt important, a repeating thought that feels unusually clear. These are nudges from your inner wisdom. They guide you, gently but firmly, towards what is now meant for you. Everything begins to move the moment you align. The outer world reflects your inner choice, and while you may not see the final form right away, you will feel the difference. That feeling is the truth, and it is the proof that your practice has already begun its work. There is a reason why only a small number of people feel a true shift after a moment of alignment. It is not because the path is not real. It is because of how the mind approaches it. The opening on August 4th is present. The stillness is available, but your own inner posture determines whether you step through it or simply stand beside it. One of the most common traps is to rush the practice. Some will treat it like another task on a list to be checked off before moving to the next thing. But this is not an item on a list. It is an act of communion with yourself. If you rush it, you miss its heart. You can say the correct words, but if your mind is already in the future, the quality of presence is lost. The flow of life does not respond to speed. It responds to presence. Being fully here, even for just 1 minute, is what allows the path to clear. Another trap is to speak the words without sincerity, to say them with skepticism, with doubt, or simply to see what happens. This creates resistance. The words themselves are vessels for your intention, but they only hold power when spoken from the heart. When you speak them with disbelief, your own energy becomes divided. Life reads the truth of your inner state before it hears your voice. If your words say, "I open," but your heart says, "I do not believe," then nothing opens. You do not need to force belief, but you do need to offer your willingness. Even if one part of you is unsure, another part can still be willing to try. That willingness is the opening. It is better to speak one sentence with an honest heart than to speak for 10 minutes with an empty one. The power is not in the length, but in the depth. Overthinking is another trap that pulls you out of alignment. Some will do the practice and then immediately begin to analyze it. Did I do it correctly? Was it enough? Why didn't I feel a thunderbolt? This kind of mental noise obstructs the very flow you just invited in. The shift is subtle. It unfolds. Overthinking adds friction and often closes down the very clarity that is trying to arise. You do not need to understand it. You only need to allow it. The heart does not require proof. It recognizes alignment by how it feels. Let the practice be what it is: a moment, a breath, a reset. Let go of the need to control the result. Life responds to relaxed certainty, not anxious effort. Do not treat this like a task to be perfected. Treat it like a quiet conversation with your own deepest self. Speak with intention, feel the shift. Then let it be. Let it move. Let it settle. The more you trust the process, the more the process can serve you. The practice responds not only to your actions, but to the state of your heart. Remain in a state of quiet trust, and the door will remain open. After the practice, your inner world is in a receptive state, open, quiet, and deeply aligned. This state must be protected. The shift you initiated in that 1 minute is still settling. It is moving through your thoughts, your emotions, and your body. How you move through the rest of the day will either anchor this shift or allow it to dissolve. Begin by moving slowly. Let your body mirror the stillness you just created. There is no need to rush into your next task or conversation. Even with a full day, you can carry a quiet presence with you. Be mindful of how you walk, how you speak, how you listen. You are not the same person you were before the practice. Your system is more sensitive now. Let it remain that way. Avoid chaos where you can. The world outside will continue its frantic dance, but you do not need to absorb its energy. Step away from gossip, negativity, or draining conversations. These things may seem small, but they disturb your inner stillness. Even watching stressful images or listening to constant complaints can unsettle the new foundation you just laid. You are not avoiding life. You are protecting the very stillness that allows you to engage with it from a place of power. Drinking water after the practice can help to seal the new alignment into your body. Water holds memory. It carries energy. When you take your first glass, hold it in your hands and silently offer an intention. This water nourishes the change within me. Then drink slowly. Let this intention move into every cell of your body. Let the water carry the new stillness throughout your system. Return to the feeling you had during the practice, even for just a few seconds at a time. Place a hand on your heart. Take one deep breath and remember the feeling of completion. You do not need to repeat the practice. You only need to reconnect with the feeling. That brief reconnection helps the new pattern to settle into your nervous system. The more you return to it, the more it becomes your new natural state. As your day comes to a close, keep things simple. Do not overstimulate your mind before you sleep. Avoid heavy emotions, endless scrolling, or filling your space with noise. Your deeper mind is now listening more closely than usual. What you feed it before sleep is important. Before closing your eyes, place your hand over your heart and say softly, "I trust the unseen path." You do not need proof. You do not need to see all the signs at once. Your work now is to trust that the seed has been planted. Let your dreams be watered by that trust. Let your body rest, knowing it has already begun to transform. Nothing loud, nothing forced. Just quiet power flowing through you. The alignment is still active as you sleep. And when you wake, you will feel that something has changed. Even if you cannot name it, it begins in the silence, and it grows strong when protected. Allow this new quality of being to take root in your life. Allow it to stay. The true unfolding often begins in the 24 to 72 hours that follow the practice. This is when the old energy you released fully departs, and the new space you created begins to fill in unexpected ways. Sometimes it is gentle. Other times, it can feel like a sudden shift inside or around you. But the movement is always purposeful. It is the new path you called forth, responding to your new alignment. One of the first signs many people notice is a change in their dreams. You may dream more vividly. Some dreams might feel symbolic, filled with people or places from your past. Others might carry a clear feeling or message that stays with you when you wake. These are not random. This is your subconscious mind reorganizing itself around your new center. The shift does not always speak in words. Sometimes it speaks in symbols from your own inner landscape. You may also hear from someone unexpectedly. A person from whom you have not heard in a long time may suddenly contact you. Or a name from your past might reappear. Do not over-analyze these moments. Simply observe. These returns often act as a mirror. They show you something you have healed, something you have outgrown, or something that is ready to be gently closed for good. Changes in your emotional state can also come quickly. You may find yourself feeling lighter, more patient, more centered. Things that used to trigger a reaction may no longer have the same hold on you. Or you may suddenly feel a distance from certain people or situations. This does not mean something is wrong. It means your own inner state has risen, and that which no longer matches it naturally begins to fall away. In some cases, shifts also happen in the physical world, an unexpected offer of support, a new opportunity, a change of plans you did not initiate. These things may seem sudden, but they were already taking shape beneath the surface. Your practice simply cleared the final obstacle for them to arrive. Remain open. Do not question the how or the why. Simply be present with what comes. There may also be a clear sense of an ending, a feeling that a chapter of your life, a way of thinking, a way of being, has quietly and completely closed. This can bring a strange mix of emotions, relief, perhaps a touch of sadness, and a deep, underlying calm. You may not be able to explain it to others, but you will know it in your bones. You will feel that you are standing on a new shore, even if you cannot yet see what lies inland. During these 24 to 72 hours, remain grounded and receptive. Note what comes to you. Listen more than you speak. Pay attention to the subtle signs, the echoes, the way your body feels in different environments. These moments are part of the integration. The new chapter has not just begun. It is already here. Be present as it unfolds. The energy is still working through you. Allow it to complete its quiet work. Let the new version of you settle into place. This was not simply a video. It was a teaching offered for this precise moment in your journey. The 4th of August holds a rare and quiet opening. You were guided here for a reason. You did not stumble upon this by accident. You were called here to listen, to practice, and to align with a deeper flow that is already waiting for you. If the words you spoke, the silence you held, and the stillness you felt resonated deep within you, I invite you to take a moment to acknowledge it. Share in the space below. I walked through the quiet gate of August 4th. Let it be an anchor for your practice, a simple mark in the sand, showing you were present for this moment of alignment. You may like this teaching if you felt its truth land within you. This simple gesture helps to affirm the shift you have chosen, not just in spirit, but with a physical act. And if you wish to receive more quiet teachings like this, offered in harmony with the rhythm of the seasons and the quiet turnings of the year, I invite you to subscribe. We are not just sharing information. We are offering moments of alignment at the time they are needed most. Only a few speak the right words, in the right way, at the right time.